hundreds of thousands of miles of tunnel systems on the planet. You can go from New York to Brazil, Buenos Aires, and then Antarctica without ever coming up to the surface for air. And you can do it all at way more than 1,000 miles an hour on magnetic levitation trains, otherwise called maglev. I talked to a military veteran who said, Jim, I'm a war veteran, I'm a military specialist, I don't want to give away more. And he told me a lot of different things. But one thing he told me, he went from Virginia to Los Angeles in 45 minutes. Do the math, 3,000 miles an hour. 45 minutes is 3/4 of an hour. Multiply by 4/3. On 3,000 miles, you get 4,000 miles an hour. Easy napkin math.
About, somebody pushed the dog in the lake. I mean, I get it, but
Joe Biden betrayed Israel. He betrayed our country. As president, I will once again stand with Israel, and we will cut off the money to Palestinian terrorists on day one.
ابن بلادي ضحى بدمه ابن بلادي ضحى بدمه.
Did you look at John McCain's car? This is a cell phone brain tumor. LeBron James, one of our sports people, had a salivary gland tumor. That is another cell phone tumor. You didn't hear about it because immediately after that was discovered, he was paid by Samsung to become their spokesperson.
Cheryl Crow was recently diagnosed with a benign brain tumor.
It's in my cell phone area, and there are no doctors that will confirm that. But
my name is Dr. Angie Kolbeck. I've been reviewing the studies showing the impacts of wireless radiation on our health, and there are now thousands of studies showing the following adverse health impacts to wireless radiation: cancer, oxidative damage, DNA failure.
Things like memory, dizziness, anxiety, brain fog.
Headaches, nosebleeds, cognitive problem, exhaustion.
All right, so immediately after Israel was bombed, we saw the videos. Immediately after Israel bombs Gaza, we see the videos. My question is, where are the fucking videos of the Ukraine getting bombed, huh? Where are those videos?
Of the women in this room have a gene mutation called MTHFR. I'm not going to tell you what the nickname is for this gene mutation. Does anyone know what the leading cause of postpartum depression is? The leading cause of postpartum depression in pregnant females. It is a complete inability to process folic acid. If you can't process folic acid and your OBGYN tells you to take a prenatal vitamin with 1,400% of the folic acid, guess what happens? You go nuts and you become depressed. Eventually the pregnancy ends and you stop taking the prenatal vitamin and the symptoms go away. So you blame it on the pregnancy, not on the vitamin. This happens to thousands of women because you don't know that you have this issue. In fact, one of the reasons why we are here today, we are pulling biomarkers in the blood and will tell you the 5 actionable genes in your body. Because if MTHFR is broken, you can't process folic acid.
While healing, you always want to go with your astringent fruits. Your astringent fruits detoxifies the body and pull acids out of the cell. Let's get healthy.
Y'all still eating fast food? You said yes? Oh, well you might want to watch this. Just pay attention to this motherfucking flammable burger. Yep, he finna put this under a laser beam. And let's see what the burger meat do. Why? Why is this burger flammable? What kind of chemicals that's on this burger that makes this burger flammable? I've never seen a burger that's flammable like this, that just catches fire. So niggas out here eating propane burgers. This is kind of crazy, you ask me. What is that doing in your digestive system when you eat this burger? So y'all not getting it? Y'all still eating this fast food after we done dropped facts after facts after facts. I'm just wondering though, what does that do when it goes inside of your body? That flammable ass burger. Let me know what y'all think about this flame burger in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. And by the way, this video is for entertainment purposes only. Only entertainment. TikTok, only entertainment. Did y'all hear that? Y'all catch it? Only entertainment? Yeah, because it's only entertainment.
To this, but now with fresh eyes, now that we have open eyes and an open mind and we're a level of awareness, have a look at what's really going on. Dave, doesn't that look like George Bush and Tony Blair to you? Having a piss up, having a laugh?
Is it, well, is that, no, you know what that is, SCB. Holy, I just realized that. Hold on. You're close. Andy Card. Oh. That's the image from 9/11. Holy crap, bro.
This is
zoom back in on that so everyone can see it. Look at this. Zoom back in, SCB, so everyone can see. Now zoom back out.
Is AI so advanced that it can cause a great illusion? Project BB? Pay attention, prepare to be entertained. Y'all see this shit? A drone show. And nowadays, AI is so intelligent to where now they know how to play tricks on your mind. You don't believe me? Pull the picture back and you tell me what you see. Step by step, we see the great illusion falling into place. But aren't you guys entertained? Look at this entertaining clip. Wow! Yeah. Y'all getting it now? Tell me how entertained are y'all? Yeah. Let me know how y'all feel about Project BB in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. By the way, this is only for entertainment. TikTok only entertainment purposes only. Entertainment only.
I'm filming one night looking for objects. I pan my camera down and the wave starts, this hologram wave. I don't notice it. And then it catches up to the camera and I do notice it. I glance at the moon, but when you're staring at things, you know, you don't know whether it's your eyes or what. And then I notice a second wave coming. And at this point, I'm thinking it's my camera. I look up at the moon again and, you know, I just don't know what to think. I save the clip out. I don't delete it. I almost did. And I look at it for quite some time, weeks maybe. Looking at it over and over, and I'm realizing that, you know, this is not the way a digital camera malfunctions. This is an organic line, no pixelation, no shredding of the signal.
Mind you, this was filmed 9 years ago, which shows an unexplainable wave crossing the moon many times. One possible explanation being a hologram. What do you guys think?
And it finally dawns on me that the pan of the camera proves it. When I pan down, and I usually don't shoot this way, I usually stay centered, almost always stay centered, trying to increase my odds of catching something unusual. But when I pan down, the wave starts, and I pan in front of the wave, which catches up to the camera, and that is the proof in the pudding. You'll notice a couple things. The wave looks like it bulges in the...
Once again, the residents that live in America, pay a fucking attention. They're now confirming everything we said about the migrant crisis.
Agents have been telling us they've got extreme concerns about who is crossing our southern border, primarily because so many agents have been pulled off the front lines to instead focus on processing, and that then leaves gaps in our border where we simply have nobody out on patrol, and the numbers are startling. We'll start with the terror watch list numbers. Fiscal year 2023 so far, 151 people on the FBI's terror watch list have been arrested by Border Patrol agents while they were crossing illegally here at our southern border. That is the highest number on record.
That's what
it's also higher than the previous 6 years combined. The highest number under Trump was 6. We got 151 this year so far. Now, the Biden administration says, well, that shows they're catching more people, right? Not exactly. We'll talk about the gotaways. CBP sources telling us since President Biden took office, there have been well over 1.5 million known gotaways at our southern border. These are illegal immigrants who are crossing the border and are seen on cameras or sensors, but Border Patrol doesn't have the manpower to get to them, so they successfully get into the United States without capture. For perspective, that is a population size bigger than the city of Dallas, Texas, that has successfully snuck across our border and gotten into the United United States without apprehension. It's enough people to fill up 16 Rose Bowls in Pasadena, California. We also got some brand new internal CBP data leaked to us this morning from CBP sources. If we can pull this graphic up, this data showing that thousands of so-called special interest aliens have been arrested by Border Patrol while crossing at our southern border illegally over the last 2 years.
Yeah, we told y'all what the fuck was going on at that border. They only caught 150. You just heard him say over 1 million people that came over here undetected. Then they got that shit that's going on over there in Israel. Hamas already said they not tripping off of what the United States got going on. I wonder why. Let me know how y'all feel about terrorists getting over here undetected in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Y'all better get y'all guns and bullets. That's all I'm saying.
Israel first. I spoke to a guy before this, and he said America first. You weren't happy with that lie.
Israel would not exist without America.
So no America first for you?
No.
Are you an American?
Yes.
And you don't want to put America first?
No.
Imagine that.
So my sergeant told me to write a report on this theft. Honestly, this is the most clever theft I've ever seen. On July 25, a orange cone walked up to the front door and sucked up the cone.
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat from a girl?
Nope. Anyway, watch this.
So we're still here in Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, guys. This is what the line looks like right now here at Gate 36, which leads into El Paso, Texas. I've been here all morning. I've counted about 300 so far being transported into the processing center, and we have at least 500 people lined up here waiting for what the National Guard and what our CBP has been doing all morning, which is allowing them to come in. So millions of dollars wasted here on razor wire just to be allowed to come in.
Last night at Eagle Pass, Texas, a disaster. Crisis emerging because of this razor wire has been set up to block the flow of illegals that was cut by border agents to let people through. Yes, under Biden's direction. Here's how it played out last night live on television. Watch this.
In Eagle Pass, Texas, where just moments ago, Customs and Border Protection cut a hole through the concertina wire to allow migrants to come through. It was initially a group of about 60 to 70 people. It swelled to some 300 very, very quickly. But as you can see, as we have watched for the last couple of weeks, the illegal migration across the river into the United States continues. Over the weekend, we set what we believe is a new record of 11,000 people crossing into the United States in a single day. We'll keep an eye on this for you.
And our community partners. While we don't have specific and credible intelligence indicating a threat to our city, we encourage the public to remain vigilant. If you see something suspicious, report it to the FBI at tips.fbi.gov or by calling 911 in an emergency. That is an update from the FBI here in New York in just the past few minutes. Meanwhile, the war in Israel is putting even more pressure.
Got a lot of worms. If you're on a fast and you're fasting and you're on a diet and you get a headache, you got the headache because the worms are all peeing, trying to get you to eat something else. They're trying to make you sick so you'll get off of what you're doing and start eating. So you take some arginine and orthodine in a matter of 20 minutes. If the headache's gone, you've neutralized the worm urine and you know that you're loaded. All children that have little tiny pimples on the backs of their arms or little tiny pimples here on the edges of their cheeks have 5 varieties of critters in them. 5 varieties. It's time to deworm and it's time to get them out. Now what I found out is that vibration and frequency is everything. It is literally everything. If you take an aspirin, it changes the way you vibrate. And so it blocks the nerves so that you can't feel pain. If you take deworming programs, you change your vibration, and you change your vibration so dramatically that the worms and parasites either have to get out of you, this is no longer a good home, or they die in you. And then your lungs and your liver and all that stuff handle it. And you do it with water. And out of all of this, I handled my cancer, my stomach and esophagus cancer, which is a terminal problem. I am the only, that I know, survivor of stomach and esophagus cancer in this nation. I'm the only one that I know.